and then
Mhm.
branched out onto my own. But I was also involved in association management, so I haven't had a lot of time to actually build my business. So I'm in this weird
Yeah.
place of I have my SRES, and I got that
Hmm.
because I tended to attract seniors. I'm very patient. I'm good with them.
Yeah.
Their kids like me because I can take care of their parents and still give them the real story. So I was like, oh, I should probably, if I'm going to get a designation, this should be it. And when I decided last year that I'm going to really dive into doing my own thing this year and like trying to build a business as opposed to just being a real estate agent, um, I did a business plan, and there are about 200,000 seniors that will need to sell within the next 10 years in my market. And I didn't even include my entire market, I included the areas I really want to focus on. So that's a lot of people.
Yeah. That
Um,
sure is.
so that's where I'm at now. So now I'm just trying to gather as much information on how people do things as possible.
Yeah, absolutely. And of course, we're in the silver tsunami right now. By 2030, things are going to change drastically. I'm a big data person. Data numbers is important to me. And sellers have been our top, seniors have been our top sellers for the past over 3 years right now. We're almost at 60% from the NAR report that just came out of seniors who are sellers that are the number one demographic for us. So we need to have certain training. SRES is a great start, but
Mhm.
now you need to figure out how to implement.
Right.
And that's where we come in, is teaching you how to implement and making sure that as you're implementing, you're building the right relationships, the reciprocal relationships. Have you attended a couple before with Paul?
No, this would have been
This
my
is your
first one.
first one?
Mhm.
Oh, well, welcome. So the approach that we all have taken, and what we do is Paul teaches you how to have the conversation with your partners.
Mhm.
You can call them partners, allied vendors, whatever you want to call them. We call them your BOD, your board of directors.
Mhm.
So think of yourself like a donut. You're in the middle and you're the
Mhm.
CEO. Every business, your brokerage, which brokerage are you with?
I'm with HomeSmart.
Okay, so you're with HomeSmart and you're in Westchester, New York?
Yes.
Okay, awesome. I'm actually from Connecticut. My husband's from
Oh,
Westchester. So
okay.
we have lots of connections over there.
Okay,
So
awesome.
think of yourself as like you have a board and you're at the center of it, and everybody deserves a seat at your table for what they bring to the table. And a lot of people will say, oh, well, I already have some partners that I partner with. Like your painter, your power washer, your title, your lender,
Mhm.
right? But are they referring to you? A normal
Right.
broker is not, especially if they're title, real estate attorney, whatever you use. And I think you guys use attorneys in New York, if
We
memory serves
do.
me correct.
Yes.
And you all have, and the attorneys really dictate a lot which goes on in the transaction, which I find fascinating because my cousin
Hmm.
is actually in Scarsdale with KW. So when I hear stuff that you guys go through, I'm like,
I'm
woo, that's
sorry,
a
who's
lot.
in KW?
My
Oh,
cousin.
okay.
Yep.
Who's that?
Amanda Saraceno. She is she's at the Scarsdale
Yeah, I
location,
used
I
to be in the
believe.
White Plains one, but I know a lot
Yeah,
of agents over in Scarsdale, and I
yeah,
know the team
yeah.
leader there.
Oh, awesome. So what you're going to try and do is build people on your
Hmm.
board of directors who would complement what you're trying to do. So I always tell people when you first start out within this niche, so to say, there are 5 people who are going to help you build your business in senior living. So I'm going to give you the 5.
Hmm.
And then from there, we're going to drill down on a little bit about what type of conversations you would have with them and how to get them to refer to you. And the 5 people types of businesses is your elder law attorney, estate planning attorney, your financial advisor, CPA, right? A senior move manager. who is going to actually help move these folks into senior living. And I call it the HGTV reveal because they
Mhm.
pack up and unpack for them.
Mhm.
Senior placement, someone who's actually going to go and help them navigate the process unbiased onto where to move. They're great people. And then your senior living communities, your marketing directors in senior living communities. So those are where I tell people to start first. So as you are starting out in this business, the one thing that we teach about your bod is you never want to go to a partner and just said, hey, I'd love to partner with you and I'd love for us to have future referrals and it's going to be great and we're going to support each other and we're going to make this big, beautiful, massive business because you're looking at future stuff, right? And it's nothing that's immediate right now. So what we've called that is you live on hope. And you hope they're going to bring you a referral and you hope you're going to be able to bring them the referral. And when I first met Paul 5 years ago, he used to teach a class on hopium is a really bad drug
Mhm.
and it doesn't get you business. And I've always that stuck with me forever, right? So as you start to identify who these people are, maybe you know an elder law attorney, maybe you don't, but how do you find one, right? So as we're going through this, and we're just using this as a quick exercise, you could go to your real estate attorney and say, hey, who do you use for someone who needs estate planning? They need their power of attorney, their will, their advance directives. Who do you use? And your real estate attorney is going to say, oh, I use John Smith down the road. And you're going to say, awesome. I have a lot of business for them. And I would like for you to do a warm intro email from me. Because they're going to say, oh, yeah, call him. He'll take your call. I'm going to tell you, they're not going to take your call. They're
Mhm.
too busy and they don't know who you are. So you have to come in an even playing level field. And the best way to do that is through another professional who uses them.
Mhm.
So you're going to ask your attorney, your real estate attorney, to introduce you to an elder law attorney or estate planning because they're kind of hand in hand, right? So once you get that intro and they're going to say, oh, you got to meet Valoria. She's amazing. She's focused on working with seniors and she says she has referrals for you. And you're going to respond to them and say, oh my goodness, it's so great, on your own words, so great to meet you. Yes, I do have referrals for you. I'd love to either do a Zoom or sit down with you, have coffee so that we can talk about business and how we can support each other and how I can give you these referrals. You don't have any referrals right now. We know that. But this is how you're going to get them. So once you get that intro going, always remember that we treat these new partners like a dinner meeting or a friends meeting. Dinner. When you go to someone's home, you're going to bring something, right? You're going to bring a bottle of wine, you're going to bring dessert. You're not even going to ask them. You're just going to bring it, right? We never go to someone's home empty handed. So when we go to these meetings, we want to go with a referral in hand. It's a hand up, not a hand out. And now you're going to call all of your past sales in the past year or two. So how many transactions did you do last year?
Like 6 or 7.
Perfect. You're going to call all those people up and you're going to say,
Mhm.
hey, this is Valoria. I'm checking in on you. How's the house? Blah, blah, blah. The kids, the dog, blah, 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 blah. The job, the job. Once you get past all of those little innuendos, you're going to ask this one question. After we closed, did you update your will? And they're either going to tell you, oh, yeah, I did it immediately, or no, I forgot. It didn't even dawn on me. Or I don't have a will. And what you're going to say to them is, I have the person for you. I have the best person for you who's going to help you. I have this partner. They're going to be able to help ensure that you have everything that you need. And I can do an email intro for you. Is that something that you would like to have happen? And they're going to say, yeah, who wouldn't want that? You're solving a problem for them. You got to get this updated. And you have to let them know, like, there's time's ticking, but at the same point in time, hope is not lost. We can fix this for you. And I have the person for you. You have to come up with your own words. Now, you're going to do that. You could go back 2 years, 3 years. It doesn't matter. Just, we all know we have to stay in contact with our past sales, right? And it's the easiest one to do. So now when you go to meet with this new elder law attorney, you're going to ask them, how much business do they do with seniors? How much business do they do with adult children? And they're going to look at you like you're crazy. You're going to be like, no, there's a method. And you're like, well, are you looking to grow? Now, if this attorney says, no, my business, I can't take on any more clients, then you got to like move on and find another person. But most likely they're going to say, oh yeah, I'd love to grow. Great. Now, how you have to phrase this is, I would like us to grow together. Are you willing to grow with me and through me by me bringing you folks who need help with elder law attorney assets, and you helping with folks who may need to sell their home or probates? Because all attorneys get probates, elder law attorneys. So they're going to say, oh yeah, I get probates all the time. Great. Do you have a list of agents that you're working with on this? How can I become one of those agents? Now, probate, when they talk about this probate, it's typically because there wasn't a will and now they got to get this property sold. And it's, a death in the family, so they need to sell it and they don't live nearby or something of that nature. Every scenario is a little bit different, but there is opportunity for you to get listings. And if he says to you, well, he or she says, well, I'm not sure how I can help with my current clients when they come in. Well, a lot of them are looking to downsize or right size or move into senior living. And they need to evaluate their property to see if it's going to be lucrative for them. But then also, and this is another piece of this, is majority of people purchase their homes 30, 40 years ago and are not calculating the capital gains that they will have to pay in their house. So we work together on this so that we can ensure that the transaction goes smoothly and we can figure out how to mitigate those capital gains. That's really, really important. And my class is on Thursday, and I dive into this a little bit deeper for you. But the important thing is that even if you only have a top line understanding, you're going to learn it. I'm giving you some points, right? So then he's going to remind you, hey, I thought you had a referral. And you're going to say, yeah, I do. I have someone who needs all of your services, but you're looking for them to give you something in exchange for that referral. So now we know we're starting to build a relationship with them, but maybe you don't have a financial advisor that you work with. Now you're going to say, well, in exchange for my referral, can you introduce me to who you use for financial advising? Do you see how this works? Mm-hmm. And now you're starting to, you don't just give the referral and get nothing in return. You're getting something in return. You're also getting them to commit to give you their next probate. And you're going to be following up with them. So this is the conversation that Paul teaches you. And then what I do is I help you identify all the partners that you need to have. How often do you need to follow up with them? And how to maintain that relationship and grow more. Because I started out with 5 and now I'm up to 70 that I partner with.
Wow.
And I don't cold call. There's 0 cold calls. I did get over 30 warm and hot referrals last year for folks who needed to buy, sell, or move into senior living. And that's where we want you to be.
You
So
said you got 30 last year?
over 30. And in years
from your
past,
partners.
uh-huh, I do not cold call. I do not do lead gen online. I don't do any of that. They
So
call
if you
me
have
and they're all ready to go.
so if you have 70 and you got
Hmm.
a little over 30, how are you handling the
Yep.
ones that are not referring?
That's a great question. So I talk about that. So I have some that are on my hit list.
Mhm.
So I categorize them. I do a whole class on this, not to overwhelm you, but I categorize them as A, B's, and C's. My A's and B's are the ones that are referring to you. My C's are the ones that I want to refer to me. They just haven't done that yet, right? They may have introduced me to someone else, but I haven't gotten them up to that B because you have to start collating them and moving them up. I work with 3 elder law attorneys in town, not just one, because they all charge something different. And some of my clients can't afford $5,000 for estate planning. Some of them need to be around that 1,500. So I have to know my client, right? Because your $300,000 transaction is going to be a little bit different than your $3 million transaction. In our state, which I think is the same for yours, I have to give multiple anyways
Yes.
as options.
Yeah.
And I just put them in order of who I want them to call first, but I don't say anything to them on that. I just say, here they are for you to call, right? Or I do the 3 intros for them with the estate planning attorney so that they come in at an even level playing field. And I am still growing my team down here so that they're now building their business. And so I have a team of 3 agents and they're servicing those 70. And out of those 40, they're now serving those so that they're starting to get business from them. So as you grow a team, you can set them up like kind of like a title rep would be. And you have to go around and maintain those relationships and we set those up for them. And we teach you how to do that too.
Okay. Awesome.
Yeah, so it is, you can, within this business, as you learn senior living, it's all cyclical. Everyone also knows each other.
Mhm.
And once they see you coming in as an agent who cares, who brings them referrals, you start getting that business. And it's on repeat for you.
Okay.
So what questions do you have for me before we wrap up?
I wanted to visit each of the three. Now, Thursdays are for the paid coaching members, right?
So Thursday is, I've moved my call from Wednesday to Thursday.
Oh,
I know
okay.
Jessica, yep, Jessica just put that in.
Okay.
And on Thursday, we're going to be talking about a couple of things that are really, really important for follow up from last week. And then Friday is with Corey. It's at 11:30 Eastern time because he's on the West Coast. So it's like
Right.
a late after morning so that they
Yeah.
can
I
sleep
think
in a little bit.
actually he called me. Unfortunately, I cannot do this Friday, but I told him I would probably be on the next Friday.
Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome. So I'm sorry, he called you to
I
join?
believe so. About seeing if I was able to make it to the Zoom, and I said I couldn't last week.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Awesome.
So, okay,
Well,
so
I'm
I'll
glad.
be on Thursday and
Yeah. And Jessica she's our admin. She's on right now.
I
And we try and give you some tidbits to grow and to learn. But from now until then, do you have any homework that you've assigned yourself?
so it's so funny that you asked. So I don't really know many people in the space, but I've been joining Facebook groups, and I did meet somebody who was the marketing director and is now the executive director of a senior living facility, a very nice one, and she's constantly doing events. So I went to a event last week, and I met a financial advisor, a really good one, who specializes in retirement planning. So a lot of her clientele is older. And
Yeah,
she just emailed me, so we're going to have lunch. But she had
perfect.
already been following me on LinkedIn, so we actually got to meet each other in person for the first time, and it was a great meeting. So that is my homework,
That's awesome.
is to connect with her as well as the woman who runs that facility to thank her for including me and just see how we can work more together. So this was very helpful.
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. And now, once you start learning the industry, we talked to you about lingo and how you can help to be a better asset for folks and how you really going to move through this because there are so many ways that you can get referrals from senior living communities. It's really going to be that marketing director who's going to be the one that's boots on the ground for you to push, hey, are you going to sell your home? Do you have an agent that you're working with? We work with a great one here. So there's a lot of different things that we all teach you on that. And so it's going to be really exciting for you
Mhm.
and kind of drinking from a fire hose. But Paul has a great perspective. And unfortunately, he couldn't make it today. So I said, I will help. And I look forward to seeing you this week on Thursday.
Great. And then is there an info page on how the coaching works, the cost, things like that?
Mhm. Absolutely. And Jessica, can you send that over to her too? I'm not sure if
Yep.
she's there, but I will
Yep.
follow
No,
up.
I'm here.
Okay.
I'll send it to her.
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
Welcome.
Sounds great.
Okay. Well, thank you. I'm glad I wasn't a bot and we got to have this call and I will see you on Thursday.
All right. Sounds great.
Bye.